So once you have the IND sorted out, you can start work on human beings. None of the rest actually matter. It's not about starting studies in animals because this goes under preclinical. Okay, for preclinical we don't need an IND. Okay, setting the price of the drug, that's much later. Marketing the drug is after phase 3. So the only appropriate answer is B. Which of the following is false regarding the IND safety reporting? I can tell you that only one of them is true over here. That's true because you definitely need to report fatal or life-threatening AEs within a day or at most 48 hours. Okay, so that's true. Let's see. For serious unexpected AEs, 15 calendar days, and written notification via phone and fax. See, this is also true. This is not fatal. I can take a longer time as compared to something that is life-threatening. Okay, so that is okay. Now, between the two of them, the phone and fax is just a little bit strange. Okay, we need proper documentation. So I'm going to just say that is false. So that will be false. This is still also appropriate. Everything needs to be in black and white. Question 10. Inclusion and exclusion criteria. If you want to change it, can you change it? The reason they've given you is subject enrollment is low. It's slow. It's not impossible. I can still get my subjects. It's just that it's being slow right now. Based on that, can I revise my IE criteria to kickstart a faster study? No, I'm not supposed to. It's not a good reason for you to change your inclusion exclusion criteria because that will change the result of your study. So question 10, the answer is no. Now, next one, 11. All of the following are required elements of informed consent. So informed consent is what you tell your volunteers or your patients before you start the clinical trial. What do they need to know? They need to know risks and benefits, definitely. They need to know why this is being done, definitely. They also need to know what the drug is going to do. They don't need to understand statistical methods because that is not their problem. They're not quite interested in it, okay? They'll only be concerned about what it's going to do to them. What you do with the result later is not their problem, okay? Okay, moving on to question 12. All of the following are required elements of a protocol except, so what goes in your protocol? Defining study inclusion exclusion criteria. Yep, I need to know who my population is. The background of your target rationale. Yeah, I will need to put in some information about the drug, so I'm going to give that a yes. Requirements of the study's PI and identifying study objectives. This is definitely a must. I really don't need to know about the investigator in my protocol. So you got to understand what goes in the protocol and what doesn't. Okay, so this is unnecessary. We don't need this right now. Okay, so question 13. We have drug X. It's an investigational agent for high blood pressure. Which of the following study designs will be appropriate for phase 1? Phase 1 is very simple. We need to get healthy people. So based on that, I will eliminate this. I will eliminate this option. So we stuck with healthy. The difference between B and D is one is multiple dose, one is single dose. So you must understand that in phase 1, we cannot overcomplicate our issues. Okay, we cannot have too many doses going around. So phase 1 is only a single dose placebo controlled study based on healthy adults. So that's your answer. Question 14 and question 17 you can ignore because it's not part of the syllabus. Question 15. Primary objective of phase 1. We just went through that. Primary objective of phase 1 is only safety and tolerability in humans. Okay. Question 16. Primary objective of phase 2b. So you understand phase 2b. Now we use healthy and we use patients. Okay, so we need to use both kinds of people. What are we trying to do in phase 2 is trying to establish that the drug is really, really working, and in that case, it's no longer this anymore. We've already established that. And pharmacokinetics is also something that's already been established. No, bioequivalence of a drug. Basically, that means that is there anything that is a biological molecule that is also same as the drug. This is actually in the drug discovery stage. We don't need this right now. So in phase 2b, this is only the right answer. Okay, next, which of the following outcome from a phase 2 trial will result in continuation to phase 3? So that means everything in phase 2 was okay for you to move on to phase 3. Let's see. The answer is the first one. So why did I exclude the rest? Let's see. Establishing the therapeutic dose of a drug. Okay, so maybe 10 milligrams works, 20 milligrams works, but if I want to sort of like be a bit more determined, I would say the first option is actually a better and a more specific option than option B. Okay, so I'm going to use that one first because by the time you get to phase 3, right, we're dealing with large numbers of people. We're no longer concerned about the dose variations. We already know what dose works best. So A would be appropriate answer. Discovery of serious adverse events. This can happen anywhere, but if it does happen, it doesn't mean that you can continue to the next phase. So plus it's also irreversible. That means it's some severe damage. There's no continuation allowed. You stop and then you have to check what's going on. Placebo providing statistical significant efficacy. Placebo is present in every phase. So the most appropriate answer here would be this one. Question 19. Which of the following are design features of a phase 3 study? Phase 3 is the one that we're dealing with about 1,000 people to about 5,000 people, I think. Yeah. So dealing with larger population. So, and they need to be around the world. So multi-center sites. Yep. Performance in final dosage form. Yep. Because this kind of like links it back to this question over here. Large sample size. Yep. Because we're dealing with large number of people. So the only option is open label study. Open label study means you exactly know your patient and their response to it. We still like to do some blind trials over here. Okay, so open label study is not exactly a design feature for phase 3 because we still allow blind trials. Question 20. Which of the following are common causes for study delays? Marketing authorization, patient recruitment, earlier safety data, legal review. Okay, so now here, patient recruitment is definitely going to delay you. Okay, so I'm going to exclude that. Earlier safety data, it could mean preclinical, it could also mean phase 1. That could delay a lot of things, definitely. Your marketing authorization. See, the thing is, you need to give them the best possible study information for them to allow you to market. If they are unhappy with your results, they'll ask you to go back, redo it, and bring it back to them. So that's going to cause some delays as well. So we'll just exclude that. Your legal review, on the other hand, is not going to do any delays to the study because all they're concerned about is can you patent it or can you not, which is very simple. They just have to go through their list of patented drugs and see whether if anything is similar. Okay, so it happens quite quickly. It won't cause much delays. So you know it's very black and white. It's either a yes or a no. Okay. Question 21. All of the following are false regarding the value of medical research. So let's look at the true ones. Medical research obviously has an impact on disease prevention. It obviously has informational changes to pharmaceutical research. Total burden of chronic disease. We know that chronic diseases need a lot of help. So yeah, that medical research definitely helps it. Approximate cost for future clinical studies. This is something that we really don't know. Nothing will be able to prepare us for future clinical studies, because we need to know the extent of the disease. We need to know whether the drug is easily made. So all of this will actually account for how much of money we are spending. So medical research doesn't really give you an insight to future clinical studies until we see these two showing up. Okay. Question 22. Of all of the following are required for new drug application, your NDA, except I don't need packaging methods. I don't need you to tell me how you're going to package your drug and sell it. That's not what I need at this point. What I need as part of FDA, what I'll need is, are you going to sell it in other countries? Okay, please tell me which countries, because every country is different. The US FDA is going to be interested as to where you're planning to market it. Preclinical data, obviously. We need every single information. Human availability. Your population really matters. Who are you testing on? So your answer for this one is C. Question 23 is not needed because not part of your syllabus. This is the last question. All of the following are examples of post-marketing surveillance. This is phase 4. Okay, we haven't really looked at it in the lectures yet, but you probably have some idea. It's enough to actually do this question. Studies examining effectiveness in widespread population. Yeah, because you've already marketed it and it's selling in various countries, and it's the people who are using the drug is now more than 5,000, more than what we were dealing with in phase 3. Okay, so widespread population. Yep, this is correct. Study surveillance, safety surveillance study. Yes, surveillance means you're keeping check. Studies of new uses of the drug. See, by this point, once it's out there, you might want to, when you get back reports from people, you start understanding that, hey, maybe it's used for other kinds of diseases as well. It can work for others as well. So phase 4 kind of includes this in rare and limited cases. Proof of principle has to happen much before. Proof of principle means it works. Can I start now? It's not happening at phase 4. This happens much earlier. Proof of principle, even before phase 1. Okay. All right. So that's it.